Track 12.
Today on Wildlife World, we're talking to John Burton, the director of the Worldland Trust, who's here to talk about elephants in Asia. First of all, John, there's something I'd like to ask you. How can you tell the difference between an African and an Asian elephant?
Well, African elephants are bigger than Asian elephants, and they also have larger ears.
OK.
Interestingly, an African elephant's ears are like a map of Africa, and an Asian elephant's ears are like a map of India.
Really? That's amazing. And how many of these animals are there in the wild?
Well, there are about 500,000 African elephants, but only about 50,000 Asian elephants.
And is it true that elephants never forget?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but they do have very good memories.
So, what are the main problems facing elephants in Asia?
Well, it's the usual story, I'm afraid. The forests and other areas of land where elephants live are getting smaller because people are cutting down all the trees. One of the biggest problems is that elephants walk from place to place along paths that their families have used for hundreds of years.
Right.
But if people build a village on one of these paths, the elephants will walk straight through it.
And of course, this causes a lot of problems for the villagers.
Yes, because the elephants eat the food that the villagers are growing, and sometimes they also destroy their homes. In the elephants' heads, it's still their land, you see.
And how can we solve this problem?
Well, the best way is to make what we call elephant corridors. The Worldland Trust works with the villagers to protect the areas of land where the elephants walk. This means that the elephants can travel from place to place without meeting any people.
And what about the people who live in these areas?
We build them new villages, away from the elephant corridor.
And do the people want to move?
Oh yes, definitely. The people in the villages are very happy to move to a place that is safer for them and their families.
So elephant corridors are good for people and for elephants.
Yes, indeed.
Well, it's good to hear a positive story about wildlife. Thank you for talking to us, John.
My pleasure.